Hey, Jason here, and today I am at Boone's Garden in Hayward, California, and we're going to take a tour of his nursery and his trees. Alright, so we're headed into Boone's Garden right now. Let's go see if we can find him. Hi Boone, how's it going?
Hi Jason, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good morning, good to see you.
Alright, well thank you again for inviting us out.
You're welcome.
I'm looking around right now and I see a ton of trees. I don't even know where to start.
Start with my baby.
Alright, let's go. Let's go take a look.
Okay, I have it, I think it's 1998 or 99. When I got the tree, it was in poor shape. I thought it might be dead. But it has little green on the tips, and I bring it in, and my friend said, "Why did you buy a dead tree?" So instead, I thought I could save it, and at that time I bring it back in toward the end of May, and I repot it and just wait, and then it started to grow, and now it become my personal tree.
Wow.
It's grafted Sierra Juniper.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
So it's been with me for 20 years.
So what's one of your favorite species that you work on, Boone?
I don't know. I love pine. I went to Japan to look for the teacher who's specialized on pine. And at that time, I have two teachers. One is Mr. Mitsuya, who's really good with black pine. And another one is Mr. Kamiya. At that time, he was one of the best on black pine.
So Boone, you just mentioned that there's a lot of historic trees.
A lot of historic tree here. If you know Masi Masumi. His teacher is Mr. Isayama, and Isayama teach the people in the camp. Teach a few Japanese start the group. Isayama is one of the teachers who teach black pine, and one of the seedling from Isayama is this black pine.
Is this black pine right here?
Yeah. So I got it from Masi Masumi collection. He gave it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a few trees as a present. So this is one of them.
Yeah.
And then another tree that actually this one is not given to me, but his son is the one who asked me to pick a tree in the garden.
Oh.
So I picked this tree. He said the owner owned the laundry store.
Oh.
So he always bring the tree to the store and show people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said it's grown from seed, and when the owner get a little bit older, he gave the tree to us.
Oh, okay.
And it was grown on a very thin shallow pot on a mound with the muck on it. So it's not really in the bonsai pot.
Oh, okay.
It's grown as almost like a psyche.
Yeah.
But it's on the mound.
Yeah.
Shallow pot. And it's always, when I see this tree, is always a little bit on the yellow side.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get enough water and food. So after I cut it, there's some weak spot. I lose a few branches, and then
well, it looks amazing now.
We repot it, and then I've been doing it decandle every other year. So this is the year that we decandle. You can see the size of the candles coming out now.
Yeah, they're budding out.
Yep. And it's cork bark that he said is grown from seed.
From seed?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So wow, I don't know the age.
Yeah.
I would say at least 80 to 90 years old.
80 to 90 years old?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
This is embarrassed. So I start as a gift, bonsai as a gift, and then this is my first tree.
Oh, yeah.
First tree.
Really?
And the last tree I worked on. So this is my birthday gift in 1988.
Everybody keeps their first tree, right? Everybody keeps their
30 years.
30 years ago. So how did you start though? I mean, this was your first tree, but what kind of got you into it?
My first tree, and then I joined Bonsai Society of San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And John Boy is my first teacher, so my beginner teacher, and he still live in Berkeley.
Yeah.
And then I start doing the demo after the second year. I was a member.
Oh, the second year after just the second year. Wow.
Yeah. I do a little local demo. In the club. I mean, it's not like the other place. Yeah. And then after that, it just keep growing. Things keep growing. Anybody's known, I take the class from them. And I have a chance to take the first class with Mitsuya. Mr. Mitsuya, my first Japanese teacher. He came in 1991 or 92. He came with his second student, Mr. Tokita. So he's my senior. So Kita came first time and he did the demo and the workshop. And the workshop I took is from Midori in San Jose. There's space for the workshop, so I signed up for 2 classes.
Yeah.
So one class is for, just one class for this red pine tree. So I have worked this one with Tokita and Mr. Mitsuya in 1991.
Oh.
This is locally grown also.
Yeah.
Locally grown red pine.
Yeah, that's a lot. So you have a lot of locally grown, grown trees.
I have a lot of locally grown and some maybe 10%, 15% of the imported
trees.
Yeah.
So I heard that you're taking a few trees to the Nationals this year. Which ones?
Wonderful.
Oh, the olive?
The olive. These were cutting about 35 years from cutting.
35 years from cutting?
Yeah. This one is Sucomo cypress from Felix Loveland.
Okay.
He gave me the tree about 6, 7, 8 years ago. This is Western Juniper.
Okay.
Yeah,
and this one's going as well?
Yeah, this one's going.
Oh, so I get a little sneak peek at before the Nationals here.
This also is the one going.
Oh, yeah, 4?
Chinese elm.
Yeah.
That I air layer.
Oh, you air layered this one?
I layered 3 years ago. So this is
3 years?
Really young.
3 years ago?
Yeah, I layered the top of the tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. Also have good nabari on it.
Yeah.
So we separate the tree 2 years ago. And then this year we put it in the pot.
Yeah.
And we did show it this year.
You did?
BAB in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, without leaves.
So Boon, tell us a little about, a typical day in your nursery.
Typical day.
Oh, do I need to go talk to Kaya about that? Let's go say hi to Kaya. I was asking Boon about what your typical day sort of looks like here at Boon's Nursery.
Typical day. I don't remember the last time I had. So usually we wake up sometime between 6:30, 7:30, somewhere around that. Eat breakfast, go downstairs, check on the garden real quick, go through, weed for about an hour, and then by that time usually you have a project to work on in the workshop, whether it be wiring or cut back or thinning out a juniper or something of that sort.
Okay.
Take a quick little break for lunch after that, and then usually around 11 o'clock, 12, you'll water. Usually what we'll do is we'll water the first 3 benches first.
Okay.
And then the area you saw up above, that's like the smaller trees, accent plants, shohin, stuff like that. And then that'll take about 15 to 30 minutes. And then typically throughout the day, you'll be in the workshop, in the garden, a mix of both. It just depends though.
So what's the last tree that you worked on?
2 Jordan maples actually. This one over here, which was the air layer off of a larger tree.
Oh, cool.
That Peter T has.
Yeah.
And that one was just defoliated and cut back lightly. And then this was the other Trident maple that I worked on. This was one that Boon had for quite a long time. It was an old import from Japan. That one was cut back, partially defoliated, wired, and then we talked about what we're going to do in the future with it.
Okay.
If you get down below, you can see there's a heavy branch right here. It's kind of grown out of shape a little bit, and it's not really in scale with the rest of the tree. So in the future, once this one becomes a little bit more dominant, we're going to cut that back to here, and that'll become the first primary branch on the tree.
Do you have any, I asked Boon this as well, but do you have a favorite species that you like working on?
Yeah, I'd say probably Juniper and Trident maple are tied for first.
Tied for first?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick. I like working on both of them because they're so versatile. Juniper, because if you have a tree that already has the bone set but it's grown out for a little bit, wiring it, it's kind of like finding buried treasure almost. Once it starts to take form, it just has like a different feeling to it, and it's working on Juniper is very fun and kind of like an instant gratitude. Trident maple, I like working on them just because they're very, very tough, they're very quick growing, and there's just so much you can do with them. You can start with a raw trunk and you can heal all the scars in less than a year most of the time and start to get basic structure within a year or two. And so they're just they're very quick to make, and they're very forgiving, and they're just a beautiful species for bonsai overall.
Hey Kaya, can you show us some of the pots? I mean, it looks like, because I'm looking right there, I can see a bunch of nice pots.
Starting from this area, this is mainly cheaper production grade Chinese pots.
Okay.
A few Japanese mixed in if they just got misplaced.
Okay.
And then as we get closer down here, this is more of our grade Japanese pottery. I would say lots of like Shuho, Koyo, Yamaki, Yamafusa, things of that sort. So starting right about here, we have a mix of mainly Japanese pottery. This is probably one of my favorite glazes. It's like a oatmeal cream tone to it, and it's really just a great pairing with a lot of deciduous trees.
That's a Boon. He's doing something. What are you doing, Boon?
Weeding the weed.
Hey, that's one of the most important jobs, right?
The weed. So the little orchids blooming right now.
Oh yeah, that's oh that's really
Little
pretty.
spiral orchids.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite. I have, so right now, a lot of sedum, a lot of succulents in bloom.
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're scattered everywhere.
Scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
So all kind of accent plant mixed in.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Boon, when did you start this garden?
When did I start? This garden I started in 8 years ago, 2000. I got the house in 2001. What year was it? 2001, I think. When I get the house here.
2001. That's when you started.
Yeah. The benches. I put the benches in, but it has a lot more room, and then it keep growing.
Right.
And people bring the tree. I bought them. I sell them. I add a few more in my collections also. So let's keep going.
Maybe one final question, Boon. Any advice for beginners?
Any advice for beginner? Learn how to grow a tree. Grow a tree first. Don't spend time on trying to style them or make them look pretty in the beginning. So learn the basic. How to grow a tree, how to put the wire on correctly. Make sure whatever you do, make sure the tree grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Boon. All right, so we're all wrapped up here at Boon's garden. If you ever want to see his garden, you can visit his website. It's www.bonsaiboon.com. You can make a private appointment and check out his nursery. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.